Yes.
Yeah. Case
And we are
himself.
live, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Right, so, this is a new adventure. We have some new people. So, may as well just get into this. So, here's how we start. You were all in need of some work. So, you each individually took a job to go and investigate an ominous presence coming from a nearby cave. However, upon reaching the cave, you discover you weren't the only person to take the job. As you are here, the three of you all took the job. So your first meeting is literally right outside this cave. So may as well introduce yourselves to each other. Character-wise or non-character-wise, it's up to you.
Um, and can we roll to see who's the first person there? In what order we get
Go
arrive
on
at the
then.
cave?
Roll a d6 each. No, a d4. There's only three of you. Should work. Okay. Quinn, can you roll a... Oh, that's Quinn. It's a 2. Okay, so Mokun and Quinn roll again.
Yeah, wait.
Okay, so the first one was Quinn. Let's have a look. So those that approached after would see... Well, from a distance, they would see what they would think to be a human. It's only upon getting closer that you realise they're not quite human. They're they're only half human, and they're half elf. Up next, I'll do Quinn's introduction because of his lack of his mic problems. Then then Mokun approached.
So, coming up the cave towards the cave's entrance, you will see a 8 foot tall Goliath walking up the path. He's quite heavily armoured. He's got chainmail underneath what looks to be like thick leather hide that scrolls over one shoulder into some kind of like metal plating around his right arm. As you see him walking towards you, he's got no hair. He has got, let me get my description up. He has a deep orange and red tribal markings that you can see on his skin. So whatever skin's visible, so his left arm, his head, and maybe a little bit, well, you won't see his chest because he's got chainmail underneath. But you'll see like a orangey, deep orange and red tribal markings and like a swirly pattern that are like jagged edged. On his left shoulder, you can see a scar that starts at the top of the shoulder and works all the way down underneath his armpit. Anything else I need to tell you?
And then, so after that,
yeah.
is there anything else to add?
No, that's it.
And then after that, you have Alistair that walks up.
Alistair.
To describe Alistair, you see a human male. He's dressed in light garb, got very blonde eyes, very distinct features on his pale skin, with very deep blue eyes. He's only wearing leather armor with some sort of robing to cover, most of his hair, and he's very shady looking character, but much to be desired. He walks with a swank in his pace, and you're right, no, Mocha. He walks a bit swankily, and kind of acts as if he walks as if he owns the place, but looks kind of like a weak man. All things considered,
Yeah.
being at just about 5'6", quite a skinny yet, quite a skinny yet built character.
Okay. So now it's a case of introducing your characters to each other.
Moken will walk up, and upon seeing the half elf, you'll just kind of like walk up to him and go, what are you doing here?"
Okay, so we have a very quiet Quinn. So Quinn, you're going to have to try and type as fast as a response as you can.
Bless him. I mean, I could hear him, but he was very quiet. I mean, if he wants to try and talk, I don't mind, but it'll be a case of maybe he types in the chat, "I want to talk," and everyone shuts up so we can hear him. A white wolf.
Smoker walks towards him. He's met by a white wolf. Ooh, he's coming into play already.
As I see the white wolf, I kind of like cross my arms, and then with my left hand, kind of like wipe my bald head.
Ghost
Like,
down.
this is your wolf, I take it. And I'd look at Quinn and I'd just be like, "So, are you here for the same reason I am? Did you take a job back down in the
Town. We'll use a town.
back down the town below?"
Maybe.
And then again, I'll just kind of wipe my bald head and go, And I'll head towards the mountain. I'll head towards a cave face, placing my hand on the wall and poking my head inside to have a look.
When you look inside, you can't see much. The cave itself is very darkly lit. Like, in fact, there is actually no light on the inside of this cave whatsoever.
I'll turn to this bloke and I'll go, "This mysterious man and his white wolf. You been inside yet?"
By the way, Alistair, chime in whenever you feel like it.
Uh-huh.
Just sat there waiting. No, not yet.
My time will come.
And again, he'll go, "Well, I'm going to be heading in." Yeah.
Alistair pushes past, waltzing freely into the cave.
Okay, so we're going straight into the cave.
Okay, as he pushes past me, can I do a strength check or dexterity check to like, "Oh, you," and grab his hood and pull him back?
You can see a little bit into the cave, but give me a second before I describe what you see. Okay, so strength check from Moken, please,
Roger that. Strength check is
and a dex from Alistair.
D20 plus 3.
This is where the multitasking really comes into play.
So that's a 12 plus 3. No, so that's 13.
13. You can do the pluses when you do the roll, by the way.
Let me just check. Is this how you do it?
And okay, that is
nice.
that is a. I don't care about your arm. I'm going in.
So I go to grab him, and he just kind of like,
Right.
I can't just place my hand.
For those that haven't used Roll20 before, this may be slightly disorientating.
doesn't this look nice?
What a black cave.
Yeah.
Right. Shouldn't be black in a second.
I'll go to the rude, skinny bloke. I go, oi, you runt.
There you go.
What are you
Everybody,
doing barging past me like this?
everybody
Get
should
back
have
here.
just been pinged to where their tokens are.
Yes. You can't miss mine. Big face. There.
Just, yeah, names are there. And somebody didn't get me a token in time. So he is a generic.
You had the base changeling token last time, and I was just going with that.
Fair.
Now.
Fair. Okay, so I need to add one thing. For the hunter. That is show name.
I need another coffee. God damn. I live my life
That
with
is
coffee.
controlled by Quinn, and everybody can see its name. But because they're at the bottom of the screen, you can't see the names at the minute. So, Quinn, you are a elf, so you have slight dark vision. But because Alistair went first, and I'm pretty sure Alistair doesn't have the dark vision, this is pretty much all you can see in the cave right now.
But yeah, the skinny human, I'm like, oi, runt. Was it, oi, runt, get back here.
Why? What do you want?
What do I want? An apology would be good. Don't just barge past someone and think nothing of it.
Well, standing idly by a cave, why not go in?
Well, for one, why are you going in the cave in the first place?
Well, I'm sure you're here for the same reason I am. Might as well look in there and see what we're in for.
So what are you suggesting, that I accompany you? Or like you to accompany me?
It's a fight to the
Hey,
death.
I just walked in. You followed me.
I don't know about that, you wee human. I didn't follow you, you barged past me. Now out of my way.
Well,
Never underestimate humans.
Well, anyway, as you enter the cave, you discover what the presence emanating from the cave is. You feel this overwhelming force of death.
Oh, Quinn's spoken. And as Quinn says that, I'm like,
Hold on, guys. I think we are here for the same thing.
as he says that, I'll go, a cold shudder will come down me and go, guys, can you feel that?
But yeah, you feel an overwhelming force of death coming from inside this cave. Coming from somewhere inside this cave. You don't know where exactly, but you can just sense the death. Other than that, you can hear the chattering of bones and the occasional groan coming from within.
Guys, something doesn't feel right about this. It's not natural. Quinn, I think we are here for the same thing. I'm guessing we all come here for this job.
And specifically, this is the job you came here for.
Cleansing of the nearby was feeling given off. 2 gold to 2 gold. And come to cleanse a nearby cave.
You know, I don't usually take jobs like this, but this seems like it should be a piece of cake.
Me too. I don't normally take jobs. Normally I earn my living in the arena, but I needed some extra coin. I lost a bet back down in the town.
Lost a bet.
And I owe some gold.
You make most of your money in the arena, eh? Yes, seems like something a person devoid of wit might do.
I crack my knuckles. Like, I do make my gold in the arena. Doesn't mean I'm thick though. Anyway,
Now, I meant no offense. Anyway, let's just get on and complete this.
I call Ghost towards me and move. Okay. So, Kip, Quinn, if you want to move you and Ghost forward, you can drag over and select both and move them both at the same time. Right, just
I'll shout to Quinn. Say, "Oi!"
I would just say shimmy
Okay.
that way a bit because you are on a rock.
I will shout out to the half elf. I'm like, "Oi, you with the dog with the wolf. Send the dog up. See if he can sniff out anything up ahead." And I'll move behind Ghost.
It's got a nice little square formation going on here. It's good. It's good. So, let's wait for Quinn's response. Yes, you can. How far forward are you sending him?
Into the abyss.
Because effectively, with where you are, you can see a bit further anyway. Okay.
Like I would just go into a cave. None of us know anything about us. Like, bugger it. We're going to this cave. Let's do this job and go away. Oh, hello. What do we have here?
You can slightly ignore that one. That one is a plot point when you pass it.
Oh, okay. Like, oh, hello.
So you move Wolf the ghost 10 foot to there, and so far there doesn't seem to be anything present in the cave.
I'm just going to move. I'm just going to follow Ghost, so I'm going to like walk behind, like 5 foot behind him at all times.
Okay. I just realised your name tag isn't on, because I don't have it set to be on. There we go.
How come I'm the only one with a health? Oh, okay, because my character.
You can't see other people's health bars.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, are we progressing further forward?
I'll just look towards Quinn and go. Lead up front. I'll follow.
So,
And Kip's just staying there.
Kip's just like, I ain't going nowhere.
I'll keep my distance for now.
I'll just look over and I'm going to look over my shoulder and go.
So,
So
because you noticed it, as you pass this point, Quinn feels something crawling up his leg. If he was to look down, there is a sort of claw climbing his leg.
Okay, 1 minute. I've lost the chat. How do I bring the chat back up if it's like gone to the side?
Okay, can you roll me a d20, please, Quinn?
DM, I've lost the chat.
Okay, yep. That's a hit and a half. So you slap the hand off, and the
Nat 20.
hit and a half. You slap the hand off and kind of catapult it forward. You do, however, see it start to crawl towards Ghost.
Do I see it like
Yes.
going towards us?
If you
How
move,
far
if you
is
move,
it?
if you move a bit further forward, you'll be able to see it. But from where you guys are, it's 20 foot, 25 foot forward.
10, 15, 20. I see. There's more
Can we
towards-
initialize each square as like 5 foot or something?
That is what it is. Each square is 5 foot.
I'm going to, if I see it, right, I'm guessing I see Quinn hit something off his
Yes.
leg. And I was like to go, what the heck was that?
Okay.
And I looked and say, why? I'm like, what's with the bow?
So Ghost comes back to you and Thunderclap. I'm actually gonna adjust that name tag because that's ridiculous. Gonna adjust that name tag down to Mogan. There you go.
Okay.
A hand or something crawled up my leg.
What, is that the thing that's up ahead there?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
This here is a hand of some sort. A
I
living.
unsheath my short bow.
I'm going to take out one of my warhammers and hold it in 2 hands.
Okay.
That's having like in 2 hands ready.
So if everybody can roll me initiative, the initiative roll you do now will carry for the rest of the cave.
7.
17.
7. So you got 17, yes, Kip?
Yep.
I'm slow, okay? I'm in
Well.
now.
Alistair.
Go back.
17. So yeah, any stealth checks if you're in chainmail, you're going to go ching, ching, ching.
Back.
And that is a 6.
Oh, Quinn. +2, that's an 8, isn't it?
Yeah, that's an 8. When you do the dice roll, you can add the 2 in so that it automatically does the maths for you. And because he's on... Oh, I just realised I do not have my macro on this one. Going to have to add my macro. No, not a new deck. It's not what I wanted to add.
Oh shit, my proficiency is +2, I just realized. And my initiative is +2. Should probably change that.
You can't change that now?
No, I meant in my initiative button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Hey, you at the back there, stop cowering and get up here. We've got something going on.
in bar, there we go.
I thought he was meant to be a man.
And... Oh, apparently the hand is on a 50.
Fast hand.
I show Moken my short bow and say, "Do I look like a melee fighter?"
Looking like you. No, snap you in half like a twig.
Okay. So, speaking of which, Kip, you're up first.
I would like to analyze my surroundings to see if there's a bit of higher ground so that Quinn, Ghost, and Moken will not get in the way of a shot.
Unfortunately, there is no higher ground. You are in... You are in the entrance of the cave, so there's no high ground. The cave near enough curves all the way around you. There's there is a rock just behind Ghost that you may be able to perch on.
Okay. Can I go over and perch on the rock?
Okie dokie. So move your token over to the rock then. And now, what are we doing? So, assuming you're firing with your short bow, considering you declared it being drawn, and then went to climb onto a rock, so...
I will sheath my short bow.
Oh, so you're resheathing your short bow, okay.
And I will unsheath a rapier.
Okay, you know rapier's a close range weapon, right?
I'm very aware.
Okay.
Okay. Mocha will just look very confused as to what this skinny...
Just remember how much movement you've got, 'cause you've just used 5 foot of it. Well, technically you've used 10 foot to climb onto the rock. As it would have.
And
So you've only got...
stay on top of... I
Okay.
will stay on top of the rock.
Okay. So, the hand itself now decides to sprint forward at Quinn and is going to swing to jump at him. Does this beat Quinn's armor class? No it don't. So the hand tries to deal some damage to Quinn, but unfortunately misses. It is now Quinn's turn.
Go on, Quinn. I like just go, whoa!
Just-
As his hand jumps up, whoa!
Just kick it. Whee! Such a complicated fight for one tiny hand. So you're using your turn to make ghost attack, yes? Okay. So
How was that an initiative?
no. What it is, companions take either a command on your turn, taking up your attack. However, a ranger eventually gets a ability that is double attack,
Oh, yeah, right, okay.
to which they can use one attack to attack themselves and one attack to have their beast companion attack.
Right, okay, so Ghost isn't like a NPC animal, he is a... Okay, cool, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Quinn extras. Here we go. So he's using bite. So roll your to hit for bite for ghost then. Okay. Plus the 4. No, wait. Actually, is it? Yeah. Unfortunately, ghost. It's kind of small, so he had, and with it, despite him being a wolf, it's rather dark in here. And Ghost is unable to hit the hand. And I thought RNG was going to be on your side today. Okay. Mokun, you're up.
Right, I'm going to go and flank the hand to get flanking ability. Advantage on attack rolls. Whee!
Spins it around. You don't have to spin it.
I know, but for aesthetics purposes. I'm now going to hit him with my Warhammer. It's in two hands, so I'm using it as a two-handed weapon.
Okay.
So that would be, yep, so +5. So that should be on here already. 11.
Why? Why? So,
Oh,
what?
no, I've got advantage and I've got advantage. So
You've got, yeah, well, technically it would have seen you go round, so you wouldn't have advantage.
right, okay. I thought with the flanking position, it doesn't matter as well.
We'll go with it for this time because it's a hand, so technically it doesn't have eyes, so it doesn't see you move.
Right, okay.
So yeah, you hit with that.
Okay, cool. So he will take a D10 plus 3 damage.
Oh, this is gonna be funny. Yep.
6.
Okay. So you lift your what was it again?
Warhammer.
Okay, so you lift your warhammer above your head with both hands and bring it full pelt down on the hand.
Yes.
As the hammer impacts the hand, you hear the of every bone in that hand breaking.
I'll just smirk. I like, after I've hit it, I like look up to Quinn and smile and go, that's how you kill a hand.
That's how you kill a hand.
You squish it, I like pick up my hand at Warhammer and I'll just kind of wipe the remains of what.
GG.
Showing that real arena whip.
Yeah, I don't see you doing anything over there. Whee!
I'm such a pitiful creature. My talents are wasted.
Well, we're going to get on that, I see.
I'm just waiting for his mood to change. But anyway, you have now obliterated this hand.
Let's carry on, boys. You
So
too, you skinny human.
advance forward.
I will go Quinn. I said there's no day. I'm like, you, Ranger, send your beast up front. No.
Okay, so Quinn, how far do you want to? How far, if you accept those terms of Mr. Bossy Goliath there? Are you sending Ghost up? Move that from the roll order.
I'll tell you what, kid.
Okay, so
If we get attacked from the rear, you're screwed. Just saying.
So, Ghost, you send Ghost up ahead, and he starts growling. Just sort of stood, teetering against one of the walls, is a skeletal figure.
I'm guessing I won't see this, would I? Because I don't have dark vision.
Well, you hear him growling, so I'm assuming you've moved a little bit further forward, so technically you would see him. The only one that wouldn't see him right now is Kip, because of how far back he is.
Okay. I'll kind of see it and I'll be like, Ranger, look, an undead.
Okay. So if
I can't. My initiative is too low.
go get it then. Well, in all fairness, it is technically Kip's turn, but
I'll shout.
and that is technically top of the round. So yeah, it's Kip's turn.
Oh, I can't do anything. I should have shouted before that. Damn.
However, the skeleton doesn't do much better. RNG is truly on you people's side. But yeah, Kip, technically the fight's been declared. There's a fight, so you're up.
Kip wouldn't see this, would he?
Yeah, no, he can't see it. He's all the way back. But
And no one can say anything to him because we're not it's our turn to shout.
well, no, you can still speak when
Okay,
it's not your turn.
I'll shout to Kip. I'll be like, Kip. Oh, no, Kip. I'm saying, oi,
Okay.
Skinny. We've got something
Yeah,
up
you
here.
don't know my name.
Move. I'm like, move. Come up, quick. Got an undead.
So
Fine.
at this point, you might want to swap your weapons back. 'Cause you're not going to be able to get within range of it.
Yeah.
What's your
But I
dot?
won't with my short bow is like 80-foot minimum, so I can't do that either.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, no.
You could do
Yeah,
a
there's no
disadvantage. You'd have disadvantage anyway because it's dark.
Well, yeah. I mean, I get why the Goliath hasn't done anything about the darkness, because I've seen that intelligence.
I'm role playing him as if
Properly.
he's like, yeah.
I just like the go get it then.
Okay. I would love to go get it. Trust me, I will be getting
So-
it in a minute.
What we doing, Kip? Because either way you're gonna have to move.
Dawdling along.
Yep, I will. I'm just looking because I thought there was something that let me walk further than 30 feet, but I can't
You can
find
dash. You can dash. It just means you'll be able
it.
to
Yes,
catch you.
that was it.
Alright.
I will. I'd like to. Hold on. No, these are only 5 feet each, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, you can move right up to us.
Never mind. Yeah. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, so
That's 30 feet.
Oh, hello. You fancy care to join us?
I guess. I unsheath a pair of daggers
okay.
and proceed to throw one of them at the undead that's now within my view.
Okay. So, roll to hit the undead.
Don't miss. Are you? No, I'm not gonna say that. Oh, nice.
Ooh, let's have a look. Is there anything
You must
getting
have-
plus to that dice?
Yeah. You will have pluses on that.
But that's a hit anyway. So,
Which plus should I have added?
it's a
Maybe
range, so actually, let me have a look at your sheet.
It will say hit.
It's a finesse, so it would be a dexterity check, wouldn't it?
No, it says next to it,
Okay.
it will say dagger and then hand axe. Like, well, mine got hand axe, says to hit
Yeah.
+5.
It says,
Regardless.
so it would have been a +4, so that would have been a 20, so it's a hit anyway.
Cool, nuts.
And then the damage is 1d4 plus 2.
Right. So,
Okay.
8.
Okay, I don't want to keep tapping out, so I'm gonna... Okay, has
Good
exact health that it has. Armor. Okay. Okay. So, that's that. Quinn, you're up. What are we gonna do?
I'm guessing by this point.
Swap bow to shoot. Okay. Move up and right. So you're to hit for that is Quinn. There we go. To hit on your sword is your short sword is d20 plus 4.
Nice.
And that's a hit. So your damage is 1d6 plus 4. And again, just remember you can type in the plus 4. Okay. So with that swing of his short sword, the skeleton crumbles to the floor. Kind of swings at it. You kind of swing at its neck, off its head, and the rest of its body just collapses in a clattering of bones.
Nice. DM, question, out of character.
Yes.
I'm guessing by now the light from the mouth of the cave would be gone now, wouldn't it?
Yes. The light from the mouth of the cave is now quite gone.
From this point, I will dare
Okay.
to put out.
He catches the bone in his mouth and kind of starts gnawing on it as he walks along.
I'm going to take out my torch and my tinderbox, and I'm going to light one of my torches.
Okay.
So I'm going to reduct one of my torches.
Yep.
Back to now. Done. Okay, I'll light that and I'll put that up in the air and I'll be like, it's getting a bit
Right. So
dark
that
here.
gives you how much range?
That gives it. Torch gives us 20-foot radius of dim light. Sorry, 1 hour gives bright light for 20 foot and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
So you can see to about here.
And what I've done is I've got my warhammer in my main hand and the torch in my offhand.
Fair. So you can see to about there. So how does people... Oh, skeleton's dead. So how do we wish to proceed?
I'm like, put the fire up, I'm like, I wonder if there's any more of these here. Oh, okay. He's gone.
Right. Just say, before constantly keep moving each time, do make a note of saying that you wish to move on.
I will kind of like, as I'm saying that, I'll see Ghost and Quinn kind of like running off, so I like kind of like try to keep up behind them.
Okay. Move yourself so I can adjust this. Okay. So what you can now see is this. Not Kip, because Kip is still 3,000 miles away.
I'm going to move. I'll just move up to here, and I'll look
It's
at
not
the
my turn to move, bitch.
No, when the turn order only counts when you're effectively in combat, so you can move about
Oh, right.
freely between.
I'll look at that, and I'll go. Splits off here. What do you reckon? Split up or stay together? Stay together.
So Quinn votes for stay together.
Yeah, I'll be right behind you guys. Yeah.
Okay, I'm assuming you're doing something with that pile of bones there.
Yeah. Not until my turn, but yeah.
No, it like I said, you're not presently in combat, so the turn order doesn't take effect. If you want to do something like that, you just have to say, and we'll proceed with that.
Okay, I'd like to analyze the pile of bones, see if there's anything. in
Okay,
there.
roll me an investigation.
Oh, a bit shed.
I
While
mean,
he's doing, can I look around to see if I can see any kind of markings in the cave on the walls or anything like that?
yes, it would be the same roll for you as well, then, please. Okay.
Natural one.
Oh,
That's a nat 1, but because it's a pile of bones from a skeleton that you didn't physically see anything on anyway, literally all that's there is the bits of rag it had covering its bones and the short sword.
okay.
That it would have attacked you with. If it
Okay,
got
can I
a
pick up
chance.
can I pick up a bone, a singular bone?
You wish to take a bone? You can take a bone.
I would
I've
like to take
got a 15 for investigation check on my surround, so I can find
Okay.
anything in around the cave.
At this part of the cave, you're aware that you can see is that it's not. There's no markings, but you do notice the prints of various humanoids heading in pretty much both directions.
Would I recognise these prints?
From what you can see is they are literally human. They appear to be humanoid. You can't tell what sort of creature at this point.
Okay. And I'll turn around to Kip and Quinn and say, left or right? Obviously, we're sticking together by the looks of it, so which way? I vote left.
I forgot to say I also picked up my dagger from the
Yes. Okay.
from before.
Bone.
Ooh, I like that. Nice. Nice thinking, Batman.
Can ghosts smell which way was used last? The odor in the air is that of corpses.
Lovely.
So it's masking quite a lot of any traces that Ghost would have been able to pick up. To the point of he's kind of walking with his head down, trying to not smell anything.
Con save, see if you throw up. I'm going to start kind of slowly walking to the left while these two make a decision. So I'm just going to kind of go here. I'm aware that Quinn is typing, so I'm just going to be very slow.
My friend's watching the stream and he's just gone, smell the death air, dog.
How are you streaming it? What are you streaming it on?
Twitch.
There you go, look, I might get it up on my phone in 2 seconds.
So Quinn and Ghost will follow Mokan. It's
Okay, I'm taking points, so I will just kind of move forward a little bit more.
just remember that gap is very small. But by the time you've got to this point anyway, you have kind of stopped because from the point you entered this part of the cave, the groaning sounds that you could hear did get louder.
That's turn. I'll say Quinn. Not Quinn. I'll go. You half elf. Did you hear that?
And you do see what appears to be another humanoid form.
Does it look similar?
Right,
Kip.
Kip?
Whoa.
No. Kip can do this if he wishes, but is he sure?
I did wish. I wish to do this.
Oh dear.
You can also see the source of the groaning noise.
Ah, fuck!
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah. Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
What's your name?
Same as Discord.
Oh, cool. There we are.
Okay. Class 8 and 22. Okay. So I should only need to tap out now to see attacks on their turns. Okay. So you've gotten into a sort of stalemate here.
Fair dues.
You have an enemy on either side. So, Quinn got the back. Quinn went to back up Kip.
It's fine.
So again, your dark vision, you can see the humanoid form. But let's see.
Elfman, I see your senses are still clear.
So this one, because it was the one seen first.
What do you get?
Fucking 2.
Yes. Get in, son.
And then this one. It's on an 8. And I'm going to reorganize this so that everyone's in order. So it'll be back to the start of the turn order. So, ironically, Kip is up first.
I would like to unsheath my rapier.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm going to move in and strike the creature in front of me.
Okay, so roll your hit.
Brave.
Yep.
Ooh, Quinn gets outdone by a zombie.
What was it? What's your plus modifier on that then? Oh no, you haven't got it, have you?
Oh, damn it. I used the wrong command.
No roll came up for me.
No, say no one cut for me either.
There we go.
Oh, no way. No way.
Like,
Oh,
dog.
mate.
So, what happens is, you thought you'd be a bit fancy-dancy with it, so you pulled your rapier out, and you were kind of flailing it around, and your rapier got stuck in this wall here.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Mate.
Okay. I leave it there.
And unfortunately, because that was your attack, that is the end of your turn.
Can I not use movement anymore or not?
Yes, you can move again. You do get the rest of your movement because you have 30 foot of distance. But remember, you have Quinn and Ghost behind you, so you are limited on space to move too.
Can I not, move through there?
Nope, because that is a solid piece of rock that is attached to floor and ceiling of the cave.
Well, shit. I'm going to move back there.
Okay. To which point, yep, it's this zombie's turn. There you go. That's what it is. It's a zombie, ladies and gentlemen. So.
I do not know what's going on.
You're just you literally can't see what just happened. But the zombie, being mildly confused at what you just did,
Didn't he miss
caught between a rock and a party member. Yep, that is true. But zombie runs at you, and let's see.
I
D20.
swear to God, if it one hits me, I'm gonna be. Oh.
I'll
No.
be laughing my head off.
That is. Oh no! Yep, that's a hit. That is a hit.
No, because he's going to laugh his head off.
Oh no!
You never live this down ever.
Okay.
I fucked this up.
Unfortunately, you are not entirely dead. You only take 4 points of damage as it slams both of its arms down on you in an awkward manner. It just kind of... knocking you backwards into Ghost a bit, so you do hear a snarl from Ghost going... Up next, however, is Quinn.
Yay, come on, Quinn, kill him.
Finish the zombie.
Finish him.
Dun, dun, dun.
At least damage him.
How many adventures does it kill to take to kill a zombie?
Well, apparently it took all three of you...
Well, no, it took one from me.
Yeah, it took one hit from you, but all three of you to kill a hand.
Excuse me.
Hey, I wasn't trying against that hand, man.
This is going to sound complete... okay, go and hit the zombie with a sword. Okay, you're going to have to move close to the zombie, so you're going to have to be standing next to it. Yep. The 10 foot forward. But you have enough room, so you can 10 foot forward, 10 foot back it. So your sword is, for purposes' sake, Quinn, D20 plus 4. I'm surprised he hasn't made... actually, I don't know if he was here for Kip running off, but I'm surprised he hasn't made a comment of him being similar to a character from the other campaign. Okay, so, yep, that's a definite hit there, Quinn. So, roll the damage. So that'd be a D6 plus 2. So that's 3 damage.
Oh shit.
Okay, so Mokan, you're up next.
I just see this, like, what's in front of me? What's in front of me? Skeleton, did you say? Or was it a zombie in front of me?
It's a zombie, from what you can tell.
Zombie.
That is actually flesh on the bones of the creature in front of you.
Okay, I just charge towards it. Yeah? Can you light up the area in front of me, please?
Yep. I have no problems with lighting up the area in front of you for about 20 feet.
You know, I'm starting to feel a bit better now.
Upon seeing 2 enemies, I drop the torch at my feet,
Okay.
grasping my war
hammer.
and I just like bring it up and I'm gonna try and whack its head off. So
First session will go great, he said. Everyone
I
gets
mean,
it
charging
right, he
off
said.
on your own never ends poorly. Never ends
Hey, I
poorly.
have someone with me. Moken's charging off on his own.
never,
Yeah, but still, there's the never, full stop, ends, full stop, poorly. Okay, that's a hit.
Okay, and I hit him with 2 hands. Two hands. That would be a
Boom.
Bow, 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 bow.
D10 plus 3. $11.
Okay.
Oh,
Splat.
come on.
So you do kind of, you've got enough room, so you kind of, this time instead of from above, you take it from the side.
Yep.
And you deal it a significant amount of damage to the point it's kind of teetering, and its hand's fallen off.
Yes. I was like grinning, going, "Come on." What did? Oh, is that my hit?
Yeah, you've knocked it to the side, and it's now a bit teetery. However, it is now said zombie's turn.
Come on.
Apparently, having only one hand impeded this zombie.
Can I counter it for one?
There's no point. It missed. Okay, so as it is, you seem to be unimpeded, and the zombie kind of starts dancing around you. As it is top of the turn, I am going to roll for Mr. Number 3 over here, who got an 8.
Oh, Jesus.
And
before we start, I'm going to shout to the guy, like, "What the hell are you guys doing? The enemy's over here."
Bit busy over here.
Oh, great. It's now skeleton, Quinn, zombie. So their zombie takes a few less turns, gets a bit more of a death, but yeah. So that's
Wait,
okay. So
Alright.
Kip, you're up. I'm assuming we're.
Hey.
I don't know what we're doing because your rapier is presently here.
In the wall, yeah, I know.
So you've got two options: unarmed strike, which don't expect to do any damage with that,
Acrobatics
Or I could
over.
my daggers.
or a dagger.
Or could he do like a acrobatics jump over flamboyantly over the top of him?
Do you have both your daggers present? Yes.
Yes.
You can. It takes separate rolls, but you can attack with one and then use your bonus action to attack with another.
Don't if you do hit with your second one, do not add your modifier on that.
Yeah, you don't add the modifier. No, you don't add modifier to the hit either. I don't think.
Yeah, it's just standard, I believe. I've got my hand out.
So you take.
No, you
I'll
do.
go for that
No,
regardless.
you do. You add your modifier onto the hit, not the damage.
Not the damage. Okay.
Yeah, just the damage. You don't add it to.
So okay. So draw. So you've drawn your daggers. Roll for dagger number 1, please. So roll the hit for dagger number 1.
Go on, get a crit.
Oh God, don't say that.
Crit stabs himself in the leg.
Oh, honestly, I was
Okay.
expecting that.
That's a hit. Roll damage. Roll dagger for dagger number 2 to hit, please. We'll do them both at once, and then it's kind of goes for the eye socket sort of thing.
Oh, nice.
And that's another hit.
Oh yeah.
Right. So roll me the. Is it a D4 for your dagger in it?
It's D4 +2 or not 2.
Roll me
Yes,
two
it's
D. Roll me 2d4 plus 2.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that's 7. Okay. So you kind of jump forward at this here zombie and plunge your daggers into its eyes. It is now going to have disadvantage for its turns because it is now technically blind. Because as you pull the daggers out, you kind of get a spurt of blood in your face, but no eyeballs on your daggers, I'm afraid.
No, eyeballs.
Smite you, almighty smiter.
Right.
Oh, let's see what Quinn wishes to say.
You just Bruce Almighty this. Boy,
I didn't think.
don't think I'm not noticing.
It is not your turn
Hey.
yet, Quinn. It is the skeleton over by
Me.
Actually,
Moken's
it's
turn.
not because I can still move, can't I?
Yeah, you've still got to move. And now that Quinn's out the way, you can back off a bit.
Don't forget the
I'll
opportunity
move
attack.
behind. I'll move behind Ghost.
You do realise every time you move away from an enemy that's 5 foot away from you, you are actually enticing an attack on you.
Yeah, but it's kind of blind, so attacks of opportunity aren't going to apply to it.
Okay, no worries.
Exactly.
Okay, so the skeleton up against Moken is going to fire its short bow this time.
Go for it. Watch this. Crit 20. Double damage. One shot. Ooh, yes.
Ooh, 20. 18, so that's a hit. That is a mucho hit.
It does hit me. Come on. Ow.
It hits, and it hits you for...
A flesh wound. Ooh, nice.
7.
7. Thank you. Well, you've automatically done it for me. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll do it on here as long as you people do it on
Yeah.
beyond D&D.
Yeah, no dramas. 7 apply change.
I like how Kip's moved to be cowering behind a wolf.
Oh no, you'll see why. You'll see why I moved here.
Okay. So that is the skeleton's turn. He is going to back off slightly. Now it is Quinn's turn.
Pussy.
Sheep in wolf's clothing. So that is a what's your plus to that? +4. So yep, that's a hit. And that's a 6. Okay. So you've swung, you've hit, and he's now teetering. Your hit kind of cleaved off one of his arms, so this is now a very severely disabled zombie. Speaking of which, it's going to swing at the guy with disadvantage. I think it's a +2 for a zombie? +3. So it's going to swing with disadvantage.
Oh, he's missed anyway then.
You won't necessarily have advantage on your go with it being severely disabled, but it has disadvantage because it's missing its up because it's blind. So
Brilliant. Ooh, but you got a 12.
12. So 12 does not hit. So again, it's for the sake of intent, this zombie now thinks you're over here and is swinging at a rock. Mokan, you're up.
So after being shot with a bow, I kind of turn to that zombie, but realise that I've got one to deal with. So I'm going to bring my warhammer, boom, and try and kill the one that's next to me.
Okay. Okay. So that is a 10. Unfortunately,
Ah!
you miss. Oh no, you hit. Sorry, you do hit.
Oh, yes. I got that. Whew. Okay, so I now hit him with a D10 +3. Five.
Okay. Again, you knock him you knock him slightly sideways, but he is still standing. Ish.
Okay, I am going to use my what? Damn, what other health on 6? It's
I believe using a two-handed weapon in well no. Yeah. No, because
I'm still moving.
you got your movement. I just believe
Yeah.
it removes your bonus action.
Yeah, just remove my bonus. I can't attack with bonus action. But I will be using as a bonus action. I'm going to use second wind.
Okay, so you're going to go for another hit.
No, I'm going to be using to regain 1d10 plus 1 HP.
Okay,
So I've marked that off. So 1d10 plus 1.
so roll that for us. So we can all see what health you regain. You probably could have... No, you couldn't have survived another hit. So
No.
there you go. You get 9 health.
Yes, back to full health. I will then.
Moken, back away. Or not.
I'm kind of just going to stand there. I'm not back away. I'm just going to stand there and kind of go, "Come on!"
He's done the whole... I got my health back. I'm
Yeah.
going to stand my ground. Speaking of which, handless zombies up.
Ah, my strong hand.
Wait, so I could just go.
Oh Jesus Christ! What are these rolls? Come on, boy.
Even an armless zombie can do some damage.
That's fine.
This universe is fair, the DM says. It's not like I'm rigging the rolls, he says.
You can see my rolls. I am not rigging.
Depends how much damage I might have a reaction against this.
So you take a d6 plus a 1.
I'm happy with that. I'll take that.
Zombies.
I'll take
My friend's like, zombie's mad. He took your hand. You took his hand.
that. I took his strong hand.
Clearly. It's like, first time he hit you for some... Oh no, it was the skeleton that hit you for the damage. Right up. Kip, you're up next.
Okay. I unsheath my short bow.
Okay.
And
Remember, you have a wolf in front of you, so you might want to...
You would finally see this person over here as well.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Moken has a torch lit.
From where you're stood, you can actually see both zombies.
Yes. I aim for the zombie next to Moken.
Okay. Is that within range of your bow?
God, yeah,
It's a disadvantage, I think, because it's
30,
83,
30,
20
35, 40.
Yes,
yeah,
it will be
40,
at disadvantage, so you'll have to roll the hit twice and take the lowest.
Don't get a natural one.
Okay.
Gets natural 1,
Right.
sticks in foot.
Okay, so D20 for the actual hit, right?
Yes.
D20 plus whatever your bonus is.
So it should say next to your short bow what the plus is.
Yeah, D20. Okay.
So that's 10.
Let's hope that's your lowest one because it'll still hit. These.
Natural 1 would kill me right about now.
Oh, nice.
Nice. So you do hit, you take the 10 and you hit.
I'll just see his arrow fly past me and into the zombie.
So roll the damage for me.
Yep.
Just like one more number and you would have been dealing double damage.
Man.
Well, no, it's a disadvantage, so it could have been.
No, it wouldn't have been regardless.
Yeah.
I haven't got any modifiers on this either.
Did you not?
You should have modifiers.
No. I meant I've got the +2 modifier, but like, okay.
Oh,
So yeah, just the +2, unfortunately. That's okay. So, for those of you that have played Overwatch, this thing kind of does the Bastion sit mode, so he teeters backwards a bit and then just kind of collapses to the floor. He's not dead, but he's kind of been knocked backwards and off of his feet.
I will kind of like turn to Kip, even though I don't know his name. I'll just kind of like smile and raise my warhammer as if to say like good shot kind of thing.
To which point he is going to try and make zombie is going to try and make an attack with that because you're turning away from it for a hit. When it couldn't hit for nothing, but then it hits when you look away. So you take another d6 plus 1. You take another.
No, okay, no. Right, I'm going to use my reaction. I'm going to use Stone Endurance. As a reaction, reduce the damage dealt to you by 1d12 plus 3.
1d what?
1d12 plus 3.
Okay.
So,
Please get an absolute one.
The damage was dealt to Moken. You are presently safe from damage. The zombie's turn is not up yet.
so I don't take any damage from that attack.
Okay.
And you heal by 6, apparently.
Just
It was like,
he hits his one good hand off of you and it's like, huh? Huh? Up next though, it is the skeleton.
That's the one next to Quinn, right?
No, it is the one. It's not the one next to Quinn. There is no skeletons next to Quinn. That's a zombie. That's a blind, armless zombie.
Right, okay. You see, there are no names, so it's like...
No, you don't have dark vision unless you can't see the skeleton. You can from where the torch is, I suppose you can roughly see a shape.
Quinn's got a rock in his way.
Well,
Quinn has,
I mean,
but Kip hasn't.
I literally attacked the thing next to Quinn.
But yeah, so
ready.
skeleton's up. Skeleton goes for, again, his bow. So, d20 plus 4. And that is a 12. That misses. Oh, wait, nope. That's a 23. That's a hit. That's a hefty hit.
That is a hefty hit. What is with these rolls for you?
Apparently, universe wishes... Apparently,
To be dead.
the universe wishes for a TPK
7.
off the bat.
7.
That is 7 damage.
So got 3 hit points.
You can survive that.
What? 3 hit points?
Yeah,
my friend just went, odds may never be in your favour.
I am in pure rage now. Pure rage.
Oh god, if there's a TPK this earlier on, we're just fucked.
No, the TPK, these were your test characters.
What I like is it took 3 people to try and take down one zombie then and not do anything. I like trying to manage 2.
It's fine. Right, Quinn, you are up. Remember, you can
you're
type.
managing it completely on your own.
Remember, you can type plus and the number into the dice roll. That way, saves me having to tab back and forth to add the plus.
The odds. Never tell me the odds.
Goliath, like. Okay, so roll the hit. Just add the modifier on. So if you're using the sword, it is a +2. So roll your d20 +2 then for me, please. Hopefully this...
What is going on? Can this be a dream that I wake up back in the town and?
Oh no!
Please, can this be a dream?
Okay, so you're not quite close enough for the meanness that I was going to do. So your sword is now kind of wedged in the floor, about there.
Oh my god.
You can use your bonus action to pull it out before you move away if you wish. But I will request a strength check.
Yes,
Okay,
please.
so roll me a strength check. So for you, that is a d20 plus 1.
Thank God for second wind.
I think you might have used it a bit too... Yeah, well, yeah, thank God for second wind.
Yeah,
But
I used it at the right time.
you got to remember, you do have your death saving throws as well.
I know, yeah.
Unfortunately, you don't manage to pull your sword out at this point in time. So your sword is now wedged in the floor. But you can move back. So if you want to make your move, we'll move on to... Oh, the blind zombie. Oh, you're going to stay. Okay. Okay, so the blind zombie getting its senses of being blind. Still can't see, but has turned in the direction of Quinn because he heard the sword swing and hit the floor. So it shall now.
Surely, based on where the sword hit, he should be turning diagonally.
Yes, but he's still rolling with disadvantage because he's blind. You're lucky he rolled with disadvantage. But yeah, there you go. He actually clawed at the sword. Yeah, I know. I have your AC up on Roll20, so I can see your AC at a time. If you press your token, it should pop up. Don't have to apologize. It's nice to be. It is a nice thought that you keep mentioning it.
Okay, so why is my AC 11 when my AC on my sheet is 13?
I am apologize. I'm pretty sure you programmed that one in.
I'm sorry, coming from Master of Rolls over here, like.
But anyway, so Moken, you're up.
I am just like just like really raging, whacking him again. Like, why won't you die?
Okay, swing your hit. Just why won't you die?
Just die already.
That's a hit. Left or right? So which way are you
Right.
swinging from?
So if I'm looking where he is, I'm swinging left to right.
Okay. So you've in your rage spat, you have swung so hard that you've just slammed the zombie the corpse back into a corpse up against that wall.
Yes.
You swung at it, sending it flying, removing the rest of its health.
I'm going, finally. Now turn to skeleton. I'm just going to charge 5, 10, 15, 20 feet into his face. I'm going, you're next. Can you just make a mark where I was, that the torch is there?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. The torch is there.
There's a torch here. No. There's a torch there.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'm in his face now.
I would have done other things in that spot. That zombie is now
No.
dead.
I'm just playing as if I was Moken.
Fair. Which is fair. Moken has a crappy intelligence.
Well, no, it's not like crappy intelligence. All he knows is fighting. So if he
Fair.
gets hurt, he's not going to run away. He's
Right,
like,
Kip, you're up again.
Okay, I will once again sheath my short bow and unsheath my daggers.
Okay, so you're going back for the zombie?
Yeah.
Okay, move yourself towards it.
Okay.
Right, so we're doing the same again, both daggers.
Yep.
Okay, roll to hit with the first one.
hit.
That's
Nice.
a hit.
Natural
And then
20.
roll to hit again for the second one.
Ooh, full lucky.
Nope, that's a hit.
Is it? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, he's a blind zombie. How hard can he to hit?
Wow.
Like,
So that is 2d6 plus, what's the add-on?
2.
It's 2d4, sorry. It's 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, hopefully that should be enough to finish this.
Please. You can help me. Oh, nice. Nice.
Yep. So you bring your daggers in front of you, slitting the zombie's throat, covering both you and Quinn in what little blood this zombie had left pumping around its body. And the zombie kind of thumps to the floor.
Hey Quinn, you don't tell that guy about what happened to my sword, and I won't tell him about what happened to you.
Quinn's just like, what the fuck, man? Covered in blood now.
Kip's just like worried about, don't tell him I fucked up with my rapier.
Anyway, that was only. I'm
Mum
pretty sure
Lord.
I've got enough movement. I'm pretty sure I've got enough movement left to do this and grab my rapier, right?
Strength check for me, please.
Strength check. Okay. 20.
And yes, you could climb over the zombie.
What's with
Yeah.
two? We've got two more. Where's the other enemy? That's alive.
They don't have another. They didn't have two enemies.
I was looking at the turn order. There's two
Oh,
enemies in the world. That's one.
yeah. That's. I needed to remove that zombie.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, so you do manage to pull your rapier out of the hole that you got it stuck in. So you now
look at
have
Quinn and
your
just
rapier again.
Mouth a.
Anyway,
I'm gonna shout over, guys! What are you playing at over there?
however, wait. Let's see. What's the range of your sight, Kip or Alistair, whichever one we're going by these days?
None of them know my name yet, so call me what you want.
So Alistair, Kip, sausage, got you.
Sausage.
Yes, of course. I am
Sausage.
It's your sight range.
looking. I'm looking.
Because it'll be dim light in that area, so you may be able to see them.
It'll say additional sensors. Was it that there? Dark vision.
Kip, let's have a look. He doesn't have dark vision, so his vision's about 20 feet, give or take. 20, 30 feet, give or take.
Where on my sheet does it say this?
It doesn't, because you don't have dark vision, it doesn't actually say your sight distance.
No.
Right, well that's nice to know after you ask me what it is.
Yeah, no,
searching for
it
about
was
5
just
minutes.
trying to remind myself if you had dark vision, but you see them.
Okay. Why? I just looked back at my other monitor. Why?
I don't know why you two are arguing. You two got hell almost.
Yeah,
Speaking of
don't
which,
get off.
the skeleton drops his bow and pulls the sword from his side.
Please roll a shit roll.
So, let's have a look. See here. +4 with the short sword. Okay. So,
+4 the short sword. But yeah.
apparently skeletons are kind of good.
Oh, God's sake!
So that's 17.
Yeah, it's bang
Wait.
on my AC. Hit.
So that's a hit. Okay. Do I have my first victim?
You probably have your first victim.
So, that's d6 plus
Oh,
2.
who would have thought? The idiot from the arena.
Yep.
I'm asleep.
You are now
Yeah, no,
unconscious.
I'm unconscious.
So just going to take a gander at refresher sheet. So it definitely says unconscious for me. Let's have a look. See here.
I've got my death saves and my successes up here.
Yep. Okay. I mildly have to quickly try and remember the death save rule.
10.
Yeah, above 10. Got you. So, skeleton has knocked you to the floor and steps round your body.
Okay.
But because it can't see the others, it just steps round as if to say, well, nobody's passing here now.
Yeah.
What's this shiny light on the ground in front of me?
Yeah. Ooh, shiny.
Shiny.
I tell you what, with the AC of 17, and for me to get hit as many
Straight
times
from
I
a
have,
sunken pirate wreck.
Jesus God.
Up the deck and make it look shiny. So yeah, go on.
So, anyway. Up next is Quinn.
Hey buddy, I could use a bit of help here.
You can't like hear this sound of an 8-foot muscle fingers hit the ground.
Yeah, you just hear a thump, a resounding
Oh, I know.
thud echo through the cave.
Ugh, I know I shouldn't have let that idiot go off on his own.
Says the idiot that went off on his own.
Yeah.
Hey, I had Quinn with me the entire time.
Towards Mokan.
We last saw him.
Okay. So move your piece for me. Quite literally, another one bites the dust. So, from what you can see, is I don't think you can see his body, but you see where the torches lied on the floor. You see where the torches lied on the floor, and you can see a skeleton holding a short sword. Well, just stood there where Mokan should have been.
I'm a skeleton.
Do you wish to attack? Because I believe you have a bow yourself. No. Okay, you pull your longbow. So your longbow is again a +4. So you d20 +4, please.
Boom, boom.
Boom,
Jesus.
boom, boom. Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum. So yeah, he's got. Okay,
Good
so
man,
that
good man.
is yep, that's a hit. So the damage for that is a d8 +2. 4. Okay. So
Oh, dear me.
you managed to crack one of its ribs with that shot. Not doing too much damage, but enough that it notices that you're there. Now,
Death saving throw.
death saving throw, please.
Yeah. Thanks.
So roll your d20.
Oh!
That's a fail.
See you next Tuesday. Jesus.
It's one fail.
I thought we were meeting up on Friday.
Well,
Right.
By the look of the things, I won't be meeting as a platoon.
Right, start the turn. So these two are going to roll for their go.
Hi. Yeah.
Luke awakens to find a shrieking geist.
And that's a 1.
Oh, finally! The enemies are getting bad rolls.
Yeah, cheers for that.
That's just a hit. So the new order will be you, then a skeleton. So
Have the skeletons spotted? I need to ask, have the skeletons spotted me yet?
they kind of don't 100% know you're there. This one specifically, you're slightly hidden from. However, this one can just about see you. I mean, if it's got eyes.
If it's not noticed him, does that mean he gets advantage on attack? It'll be a sneak attack or surprise attack, I should say.
It does.
Yes. Because he has slight cover, so the skeleton can't see him. He will have advantage to attack it, but that would either have to be with his short bow, or you'd have to sneak all the way round.
Ooh.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, cheers for that. Cheers for that kill.
Yeah.
No one roll medicine to save him. It'll be funny. No one's close enough to roll medicine.
No.
Sorry. Yes.
Can I also ask, is this bit here, is that rock, right?
Right. This, you see that entire shape that you're stood next to?
Yeah.
You're shit.
That is a column of rock.
I'm talking about turn.
4x3 rock. So
Right.
it so the actual shape of it doesn't really matter. It just takes up that square space.
It takes up if you give me a second, I will draw a magical shape. It takes up literally all of that.
Alright, so I can't go there because it
No.
would be...
You would have to.
I-
You could move to. You could technically move to a spot next to Quinn, but you're gonna have to remember to count your to count to make sure you move the correct distance.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay. So, can I like Wait, can we? Are we allow? We're not allowed in the same spots as each other, are we?
No.
Okay. Can I lean over Quinn's shoulder and shoot with my short bow or not?
Are you shooting at this one here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just about see it, but if you take another step down to there, you should be able to. You can shoot without having to lean on him.
Good. Yeah. Right, I'll do that. I'll take a shot at him.
Oh, it's difficult terrain if you move through another person's space, so it take double the movement. So technically, yes, you just have to move round him.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Gotcha. Okay, I'll roll to
Roll to thunk an arrow at him.
I'll roll to thunk an arrow. DC plus 4. You're right there, Mokan, in the afterlife. Seems like he's got a belly full of beer and bitches at his side. Fitting end for Mokan on the cup. Oh, hey, how's it going?
Right, so that arrow launches, and that arrow hits.
Okay. And then
Let's see if we can
4.
get some more damage. Bearing in mind, this guy's gonna. The skeleton can't actually shoot with his short bow anymore, for he is at a.
Also,
dropped his bow.
Also, hold on. Wait a minute. Has it spotted us? I don't think it has it?
It's looked in the from taking the first arrow. It has looked in the direction of Quinn, so it can sort of see both of you.
I meant, like, should I have put a sneak attack modifier on that?
No, it's looking in your direction, so it would have seen any arrow flying at it. However,
okay, so it wasn't like. Yeah.
you have how many bones can a skeleton stand with? Do we think? You've not just taken out quite a fair few of its ribs and its non-sword hand. They just kind of clatter to the floor, and it's now wobbling a little bit. Speaking of which, it's gonna half its movement because you've just made it to the point it's wobbling. So it's gonna sort of hobble in your direction to about there. So it knows you're there, but no. Oh wait, was that the right? No, yeah. Skip that skeleton. That skeleton. And Quinn, you're up.
Hey, Quinn, you see that pile of meat over there? You can see just in the distance of the torch. We should probably go over there and help him.
Swear to God, if I was conscious I could hear you, I would throw you across this cave.
But
Calm
you're
down.
not.
Right, so Quinn, we going for the hit on the.
On the longbow.
At this point, he could just run up, smack it.
So sexy.
Okay, fire your bow again.
I know.
After what happened with the sword the first time, I don't think he wants to.
Just look at the bows, you're firing nice with the bow.
That's actually a miss.
Yeah, I thought as much. He's using a longbow.
They use a disadvantage with the bows now, they're like too close.
Yeah, longbow would be too close. Oh, with +4, that's technically too close for a longbow, so you're going to need to roll again anyway, but with the +4, that would have hit.
Yeah, so could it be...
So you need to roll again, Quinn, because the range is a bit too close.
Sorry, I was playing by the rules.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay,
It hits regardless.
but
Yeah,
hits
I
regardless,
switched
so don't bother rolling damage, because I know for a fact it's going to be above the damage it has left. And the arrow you fire catches in the joint between the skull and the spine, popping its head off. So it just goes boop, and tumbles off to the floor. So,
Nice arrow work, man.
Watch me bleed out with a critical 1.
Yeah, that would be you dead.
Yeah, that would.
Go on, roll it. Roll it for the world to see.
If it's a critical one, I'm just going to giggle.
If it's a crit one, I'm going to cry because I spent so much time with the backstory of this character.
You just bring in one of the characters from his backstory.
Yes!
That's a save. I don't
Could
move.
do,
Okay,
actually,
Quinn.
yes, I could do. There is a character I could from his backstory. Easy.
Okay. So. Okay. Oh, you're going to move to the skeleton. Okay. Skeleton. Okay, so the other skeleton up here can't see anyone, so it's just going to move to that side slightly. Kip, that's your movement for your turn because you're technically still in combat because there's 2 skeletons left.
That's fine.
But now you can just about see this front skeleton if you want to take your shot.
Oh, yeah, it's gone for a whole nother round, hasn't it?
Yeah, you're at the top of each round.
Okay, yeah. I would like to...
Yo, Killthrop, is the overlay working, or are you still viewing from your phone?
Huh? Who? What?
Just remember, you get disadvantage on opponent.
Okay. By the way, I have an overlay on Twitch that shows your character sheets to everyone,
Oh, nice.
Oh, lovely.
so they can see the number of death saves you're on.
Nice.
All right, I disadvantage roll to hit with a short bow. It's your boy.
Short bow, that should be fine. Shouldn't need a disadvantage on that one. It's just the longbow has a bit. The longbow has more range to it, so the distance they were, it would have. You would have definitely been.
All right, so d20 plus 4.
That's a hit.
Right. I'm gonna so code these in a minute.
Oh, that's one you got that with disadvantage as well. Nice one, man.
And there's a 7. It's not a bad hit. Just looks like somebody's coming to save you. Okay, so the skeleton that you popped off a couple of its ribs, and it is now fully aware that you're there. However, it can't see Kip, but it can see Quinn. So it steps forward a little. No, actually, it's going to stay where it is, and it's going to roll its own short bow to hit Quinn. Just double checking that that's a plus 4.
I'll tell you what, for level 1s, these are quite tough.
Quite beefy.
Yeah. Oh, and look, Quinn's finally taking a hit.
Yay! Or nay, shall we say.
So that's the d6 plus 2. Oh, d6 plus 2. And he takes 7 damage. Jesus Christ. Do you know how to take that off on your Roll20 sheet? Okay. So, if you go to your sheet, in the top corner there's a health, and there's your health. And there's a bar on the left side of where it says current that you can click in. If you type 7 and then hit the damage button, you can deduct the damage.
Sorry.
There we go. Yes. Then why? Wait. 12. What HP you got? 13, yeah. I was off when I put in your health on here. So yeah, gonna have to manually adjust that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, that skeleton, that one's dead. Oh, ironically, it's Quinn's turn. So, what are we doing, Quinn? Okay, move over to Moken. And what is it to pull you up? I think it's just a medicine check.
Yes, medicine check.
Okay, so roll me a medicine check for me. Okay. Yeah, D20. For you, it would be a D20 plus 1.
Oh, again, that 20, that'd be nice. Oh, yeah, boy!
Oh.
Nat 20. So that is definitely you back up. You're on.
What do you get?
I think it puts you to 1 health.
Yeah, 1 health. I would take 1 health any day of the week. Oh. I will kind of like open my eyes, look up, and I'll see this half elf above me. I just go, "What the fuck just happened?" And I'll sit up, and I just like stretch myself off, and I'll just like nod towards.
Speaking
Quinn.
of which, Moken, you're up.
I'll be
Hey
like,
elf, is our large friend awake yet?
Oi, shut up, you human. I'll turn to Quinn and say, right. I say, Quinn, what's going on? Okay, where are we
Come on,
moving
big
to?
guy, we gotta move.
Okay, where are we moving to, Quinn?
Right, so Quinn can't actually. Well, Quinn still does have. Actually, no, doesn't have any movement left after moving over to you.
I will. I can't do anything. Really, I can move, but I'm not going to. I think
You can.
oh, no,
You can skip your turn.
Yeah, I was thinking. I'm going to skip. Yeah, I'm just going to take the. I'm going to take the dodge action if I do get attacked,
Okay, so you're gonna be ready with a dodge. Got ya.
just in case.
Okay, so this skeleton, seeing that his friend fired his short bow, moves to here. Can sort of see Kip in his light, and is going to roll to hit Kip with his short bow. So let's see. Okay.
A unsettling visage.
Oh, that is most definitely a hit. That is a hit.
Disadvantage on the volume. Boy, don't take so long to. Don't take so quick to do the roll. I've got to like. I wanted to use unsettling visage.
Is that as a react? Can that be used as a reaction?
It's a reaction.
Okay.
It can be used as a reaction.
What
but
is
it
the?
can only be used like before you roll. But I was reading it while you were rolling. I was like, bitch. Oh, it's once per short rest when a creature you can see makes an attack roll against you. You can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the roll.
Okay. Well, I haven't rolled for the attack, so you can mark that off, and you can use it if you wish. Still.
Yep. I will use unsettling unsettling viz.
Oh, nice.
He natted it. Just
Nice.
he's a skeleton, so doesn't feel it, but plops an arrow into his own foot.
And you don't need to roll again because
Yep.
Yeah.
Plopped an arrow into his foot.
Hold on. If he rolls a nat 1 again, can we just make him kill himself?
If he was using his sword, maybe.
His short bow backfires into his.
Speaking of which, Kip, you're up.
Ha! That's not how you use a bow, silly creature. I would like to.
Right. First off, which one are you targeting? The one that just shot at you, or the one that shot at Quinn?
Like, in all reality, I want to move first.
Fair.
So, I am going to move to there,
Okay.
and I'm going to attack the one closest to the middle boulder.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to roll to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay.
That's a good old grand old hit.
4 damage.
Okay. So again, you knock
While you
out.
guys were talking before, I added a bunch of buttons and it makes it easier.
So that takes out another couple of ribs of the skeleton. Again, this skeleton, now being out of sight, moves to here. Oh, closest view, close with... It has a straight line of sight on Kip. So it will shoot at Kip.
Oh, what is your obsession with getting me killed?
It's not. He has a straight line of sight. It's a skeleton. He needs the sight. He's got no eyes, technically.
And yet they're handling bows.
However,
Nice.
you're safe. He misses. The arrow hits his dead friend over here.
That's very off. You could say the light distorted his surroundings.
Anyway, Quinn, you are up. Okay.
Come on, Elf, do something.
So you're going to
Where's
shoot the
that
one at the corner.
yours?
Okay.
Elf boy, where's that hound of yours?
Yeah, you do have to remember you have to command him to move.
To be fair, he got a really good opportunity to attack this house. It's surprising.
To be fair, if the wolf can sneak attack, like,
The wolf couldn't.
you know,
No, you can't sneak attack.
Uh,
If it's hidden.
Sneak attacks are rogue actions.
Yeah, but you get advantage. You'll get advantage on his attack roll if you
That is a hit. So if you want to roll the damage for me, please.
Nice.
And that's a 7. And with that, you kind of get the arrow between in its eye socket, knock it, firing its head backwards to the foot of its friend behind it. So that skeleton there is gone. Now, Moken, you're up.
Well, can I see that skeleton?
Uh,
Do I have ability to? Take
you're
a
taller
range
because you're a Goliath. You are taller, so you can see over.
Okay, I am going to.
Ghost has his own movement. You basically use a bonus action to command him to move, and he has 30 foot of movement on his own.
so feel free to move him.
So as long as it's 6 spaces, you can move him. Yeah, you can move him because your turn just ended. So yeah, technically that'll still be your turn. So feel free to move Ghost the 6 blocks he can step. Okay. So he stealths round to behind there. Moken, you're up.
Yeah. So I'm going to put away my warhammer. I'm going to unsheath my 2 hand axes. I'm going to launch both of them at the skeleton.
Is there enough range?
Yes, 60 feet.
Okay.
So that is exactly the same. D is plus 5 hit. So I'm going to roll for both of them to hit. So that's
So you're going.
one.
Okay. Yeah, remember, just one of them won't have the. Oh! Okay,
And
roll the
second
next.
one,
Roll the next one.
21.
Okay, so roll damage. Right, that's the bonus dagger. So roll the damage for the bonus dagger hitting the skeleton.
Okay, that will be 1d6 plus 3.
There wouldn't be the plus to the bonus dagger.
Oh, yeah, of course it won't. Of course it won't. Just 1d6. 2.
Okay. So you get your dagger lodged in one of its ribs. Now roll another. Don't add the modifier. You're a nice person. You just hit Quinn in the back of the head.
Sorry, Quinn.
Ugh.
So-
Immediately a burden.
If you remove that health on your sheet for me.
Quinn, I'm sorry, mate. My rolls have been bad. I'm so glad I got that crit one now, but not on my health saving throws. Death save throws. I'm so sorry, Quinn. I like you. I wish it was Kip. Can we just swap them over?
Clients.
Moken, you don't know my name at the
Okay.
moment. So
I know, yeah.
I am just the human.
You are the human
Guy.
that I wish to
Okay.
have switched over.
So
Just a whole party.
So what it'll be now is, Quinn, you'll have on your next turn you will have to roll a d20, and if you get above 10, you add 1 to the save. If you get below 10, you add 1 to the fail. However, one of these two on their turn can actually pull you up with a medicine check.
Yeah, I mean, I'm better off. I'm better off going for short bow attacks at the moment.
Ironically,
I mean, clearly someone has to get ranged attacks in without killing their
the
friends.
skeleton's gonna move a bit closer, and again, with you being in clear line of sight and there being a corpse, and I'm assuming Moken is semi-crouched.
Yes.
You
He's an 8-foot Goliath. What are you saying?
I'm
Yeah.
crouched down because I'm like, oh shit, I just hit Quinn in the back.
I am
He's
him crouched down. I'm going to tell you this right now. Him crouched down will be the height of my normal human.
Yeah, but you got to remember, you're still in clear line of sight. However, because you're in clear line of sight, it's going to attack you again. I apologise. However, I was going to say, Mokum's probably curled up into a fetal position after just hitting Quinn in the back of the head with a dagger.
A hand axe.
Okay.
Hand axe.
Oh my God.
Even worse.
you awful human. A Goliath.
Oh!
That's a hit.
It hit.
Thank God it's not crit. Please don't go down. Otherwise, this is going to be a very short adventure. We might have to take a short rest in the cave. Or a long rest.
Oh no! Hold on, is there nothing I can do?
Do you have another reaction? But I've already... Yeah, he did axe him. Nope, that's you down to 0.
Oh dear.
Exactly.
Oh dear. I'm so sorry, guys.
Kip.
It'll be interesting.
All because we came over to help you.
Okay. Kip, you're rolling your d20 save, please. Friends is like, double kill. That's a tick to the fail line.
Tick, 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 tick,
Oh,
tick, tick.
alright, how do I add that real quick?
You've minused the health from your page, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see the 3...
Oh,
no, you
shit.
haven't. You haven't minused the 4.
I have now.
You see the dots that come up? You have
Okay,
failure
I've
and
got one for
success.
failure.
You put 1 into failure.
Yeah. And if
Speaking-
it goes 3 times, do I just get eliminated?
Yeah, you get 3 failures. Your character is dead, unrecoverable, without a wish spell or a resurrection spell.
Do the failures reset after a short or long rest?
Yes. No, reset after every time you recover.
They reset once you're back up and healthy.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a pretty broken system. But yeah, come
Right.
Nice.
Speaking of which, Quinn, your turn to roll. So just roll me a d20, please. Okay,
Nice.
that's a 12.
Nice.
You get a success. Tick that onto your successes, please. Okay.
on. God.
Moken.
I'm going to attempt to medicine, get Quinn back on his feet.
Okay. So roll me a medicine.
My medicine.
You have to beat 10 on the roll.
Okay, my medicine is. Okay, so it's a D20 for me.
D20 plus 0.
Yes, get in.
And that's an 11. The
Stay
nat
right.
roll brought you up to 1. You are now on 0. Unconscious. You need health potion or something else to bring you up.
Can I like stamp on his chest and give him a quick get up.
That would probably knock him down again.
It probably would, yeah. With that,
But-
I am going to just. Well, there's nothing I can do. Oh, I know.
Set your
Move here.
you can actually
Actually, no, I won't. Tell I.
max
I'm
tick.
I'll stay here.
Okay, tick all the
Actually, no.
successes on your sheet, and it should bring you back to life.
Just press one. Oh yeah, yeah. You know, just press 3 ticks. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I can.
I don't have a
I'll
clue. I
bring-
don't have a clue how we're going to do this. You know.
I'll give you the
Okay.
1 health. So technically, on your next turn, you will be able to.
I know how we're going to do this. That our boy Ghost is going to come up and fuck it from behind. That's how we're going to do it.
Yeah. Quinn has his turn. Quinn has his turn to. Oh God.
Move Ghost. Rather.
Quinn's on 1 health. It's the skeleton's turn.
Oh, he's back alive.
Oh.
Have you given him 1 health?
I gave him 1 health. But
Oh,
it's
nice. You're
but
nice, dude.
but it's the skeleton's turn.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
So, the skeleton is just gonna move. If you return to fetal position after death, the skeleton just moves, thinking you're all dead still.
And I'm still crouched down in the fetal position.
Yes.
Hoping the skeleton does not.
Right. It is now Kip's turn. Roll me another save.
Oh, I'm going to whisper to
I
Quinn.
don't
I'm
want
like, Quinn, get that wolf of yours to kill it now. Yeah, go back.
That is a save. Quinn, you're up.
Okay.
Kill them without dying. Yeah, well, that would help kill a frog.
Could do, but ghost attacks. Okay, so for ghost attack, you want to nope, that's Kip, not Quinn. That's Kip. All right, so for ghost attacks, it's I'm assuming bite.
Doesn't
Bonus
bite
to
with a
attack.
wolf, doesn't the skeleton
Equal
have
to the ranger's
roll
proficiency
a-
bonus,
Doesn't
not
the,
including the attack bonus.
have that attack where you have to do a strength saving throw or be not prone?
Plus 4. Okay. So, what's your proficiency? What's your proficiency? What's your proficiency? Because it's a beast companion and you're a ranger. What's your proficiency? Okay. So, D20 plus 6. Wait, additional 2 attack and damage. Yeah, D20 plus 6. So roll a D20 plus 6 for me. Oh, for fuck's sake. Because you've shot out so many ribs, Ghost actually misses. Oh, God.
How far away is he? 5, 15, 20,
It would appear the only member of the party who can do anything is down. No, I'm kidding.
Moken, you're up.
Could always medicine me.
I'm going to medicine Kip.
Okay, roll for me.
Pure. Yeah. So that's 15, 20. Nope.
Nope.
I kind of put my finger inside your mouth. Like, is he still breathing?
Just finger up the nose. Still breathing.
That's
Still breathing.
so my test save getting a success doesn't actually mean anything until someone picks me up.
No, you'll be set to 1 health, so you will be able to, like, crawl away once you get to... Well, technically,
So
yeah,
I'm 1 health now, then.
technically it doesn't mean anything, but at this point, if I don't give you the 1 health so you can move on your turn, you're potentially
get
dead. Ironically, it's the skeleton's turn, and he has noticed Ghost. Because Ghost just lunged at him. So, unfortunately, Ghost is going to get hit.
Basically, Kip, he's being nice to us. Been a nice DM, so, we're just starting the first session.
I mean, I would have...
Yeah.
I mean, that would have got some fucking... hits with the TPK in the test dungeon.
The test. I love that he's calling it the fucking test dungeon.
It is technically a test dungeon, yeah.
I know, that's what makes it so much worse.
I tell you what, I hate playing level 1 characters. Forget how feeble we are.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, we are feeble, especially when we get axes in the back of the head. Like,
Okay, so he drops his bow and he swings. Test how quick they can die. And he swings with his sword. And does he hit? Does he hit? Does he? Misses Ghost. Ghost is safe.
Oh,
The
nice.
sword goes over the top of Ghost, just trimming the top of its fur.
Come on, Ghost.
Kip, you're up. Do me a roll.
what am I rolling here?
You're 20.
Getting that 20, get yourself up.
Come on.
Yes!
Natural 20.
So that's two ticks to your successes.
And you get one.
Okay, which means I'm up to 3.
And then if you refresh the sheet, I've just put you to 1 health.
Yes.
I have refreshed my sheet. Ah, there we are.
So, everybody is up. Everybody.
Moken's gonna do something stupid.
Is my turn skipped now, or do I get to do something?
No, that is your turn.
Oh, if I get shot by him again and just die instantly.
Quinn's got a
I'm
turn.
calling
Quinn,
bullshit.
Quinn's got a turn.
I'm gonna say to Quinn, Quinn, move up.
Quinn, back up.
Quinn, you're blocking us in.
13.
So effectively Quinn's attack is taken up if he uses Ghost again. Okay, Ghost bites again, so that's the D20 plus the 6.
I'm gonna ask Quinn nicely to move 5 foot to, well, just next to Kip, just so I can squeeze past him.
Come on, Ghost. Come on, Ghost. Come on, Ghost. Yes, you will be able to move as well. That is on top of a corpse. Wait, is that a zombie? That's a zombie corpse. You wouldn't be able to move into that spot. That one? Yes, you can. Okay, so roll for Ghost's bite.
And hopefully Ghost hits so he gets him prone.
I mean,
Close.
there's enough. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Say
That's
Ghost.
another miss.
Ghost,
Oh,
Ghost.
cruel and merciful God. Why?
Okay. Up next is Moken.
Moken the Mad. I pick up the axe that was covered in Quinn's blood, sheath it. I'm going to grab my warhammer and I'm going to charge 30 feet. 5, 10, 20, 30. Bah! I'm going to whack him with my warhammer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Swing, please. Swing, please. Please swing. Swing.
12.
Does he miss?
You swing through the gap in his ribs.
Oh, for crying out loud. Really?
Goblin Slayer episode 1 all over again.
Out of the way. I will not do.
And feeling the swing,
Come on. Bring it.
he is now only armed with his short sword because he dropped his bow.
Yeah, but they get like plus 20 of your rolls. Yes, it
Let me
misses.
guess, he
That's
hit.
that's a miss.
That's a miss.
Not
That's what I mean. I've got quite high AC. So for him to keep hitting me the way he has been doing, the DM's done some good high roll.
Kip, you're up.
Oh, man.
Try not to crit fail,
Okay.
otherwise you'll knock out Moken.
My God. Okay, hold on. So 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So, okay. Right. I'll put my short bow away and pull out my rapier.
You're going to come join me?
Okay. Yeah, I'm coming to join you
Okay.
with a 1 HP squad.
Will you make that?
Yeah, he should
Yeah,
make that.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Just.
Okay.
Come on, let's do it.
Right, and, roll to hit.
Oh,
Do you know what? Do you know what? Your rapier is stuck in that rock again.
No!
I'm going to turn to the human. I'm just going to go, what are you doing? It's a skeleton. How did you miss?
Says the guy who launched his warhammer through the ribcage. It's already broken.
Well, at least I aimed at him.
She
Didn't
just
hit a rock.
Quinn's back there by his corpse. Captain
back there by the-
Nanas.
just
Yep, the
crying
skeleton
to
god.
himself.
Yep, the skeleton god.
Oh.
They did damage to it to knock out a few ribs.
So we have got a wolf, a human, and a Goliath trying to kill a skeleton that we haven't downed yet.
I'm a class.
It's
Okay,
because the roles we've
so
had,
the
we've
d20 plus 6 again, please.
I swear to God, if me and Moken, right, if me and Moken were useless this entire time and Ghost takes it down, I'm gonna be pissed.
Thank the Lord.
Oh, do a strength saving throw. Game prone.
Right,
We can
so your
attacks.
damage for this is 2d4 plus 4.
The skeleton's backstory. Nice.
Does that take it down? Does that take it down?
That's an 8. Let me have a look. And with that,
Yes.
Ghost grabs the
DM has hidden 3 more fucking enemies out the corner.
the Ghost grabs the skeleton in his mouth and shakes furiously, smacking. You don't take damage, but you get hit by bones that fly off the skeleton.
Oh, God.
But you killed
Allow
it.
me to never piss off your dog.
I'm going to take a knee, out from exhaustion because I'm completely like that took out and guys, we're going to have to take a rest here because there's no way we can carry on the state without.
I look at the giant of a man next to me, wiping blood from my face. Resting? Ugh.
You're in what? And I look at you and I see what condition you're in and go, you're in no better condition. And I'll just laugh and go, by the way, you might want to pick out your rapier that's stuck in there, King Arthur.
Oh, really? Well, let me just show you what King
Strength.
Arthur can do.
Strength
Oh,
check.
come on, fail, crit one, fail yours, please. And snap your rapier in
No
half.
rest for the weary.
Fuck my life.
I just laugh at you.
That's
Human, I just go, really?
Yeah.
And go, I pick
You
up
pull
my
it out,
hand axe.
and when you try to pull it out, you just hear a twang.
I pick up my second
If you weren't on so low health, I'd have you take one damage from the hilt hitting you in the face. But you're on one
Actually
damage.
kill me.
Are we able to take a rest at this?
Right. What I'm gonna say then is because the session has been going for
Oh boy,
time
this is great.
I thought we will return. We'll return to this dungeon next time. But I say you gather round the torch that is presently acting like a campfire, and we take a short rest. Oh, would you like to go round and get? Yes. Before we go, you can go round and try and grab your sword if you wish, Quinn.
I'll pick up my second element. So if we take a short rest,
So roll me a strength check.
Oh, can I quickly get Moken to try and get my rapier out?
I can get out if you want me to.
Can you? Okay, yeah, I admit defeat. Can you please help me with my rapier?
Okay, I'll come
Okay.
over.
That's a 6. Unfortunately, you don't pull it out the floor again this time.
I go and grab Kit's rapier. and
Strength
go,
check, please.
Strength check, which is a plus
D20
D20
plus
plus
5.
3. Plus 5, sorry.
Sorry,
Wait, no,
is that your choice?
no, it's plus 3 because it's not a athletics check, it's just a
Ah,
strength
right,
check.
got it.
So D20 plus 3.
Hey, big guy, help please.
Oh no! Come on!
And that's the rapier out of the wall.
So I pull the rapier out and I just chuck it.
You just chuck it on the floor.
Yeah, I'm like,
And
there you go.
from
As long as
round,
help, I'll go on this way.
Quinn's asked for some help.
I'll go, Quinn,
Picks up Brooke,
out of
yeah.
the way. Let me have a go.
Just
Thank you.
Goes around retrieving arrows from corpses.
and that's out of the floor as well.
Boom, there we go. But this time I don't throw it on the floor. I actually, Quinn. I'm like, thanks for saving my life, and I pass it to him.
Right, so everybody gather around the campfire torch
Short rest. Okay, I'm going to roll
and press the short rest button.
Okay, I'm going to roll my hit die, my D10 plus 3,
Okay.
to get my health.
So everybody roll whatever they need to roll to get a.
You don't, by guys, you don't have to if you don't want to. You don't have to roll anything, but I'd recommend 1D10 plus 3.
None of you have. No, none of you do.
Oh, I get full health back. Isn't that nice? Oh shit.
Right.
What are you rolling?
Depending on the class, depends on the hit die.
You don't need heals.
Die.
Press the short rest and it tells you.
Yeah. Rogue.
Quinn, yours is 1d10 plus 3.
Limited uses. Yeah, I get a second win and I've got my endurance.
If you press the short rest button on your character page, it pops up with options. So 12, add that to your character and make sure you've clicked it off on the short rest.
Oh, okay. Frick yeah, I get back up to maximum HP.
That's because your maximum HP is not very high.
Hey, at least I was the first
Everybody's
one to go
actually fully healed from that rest.
Are we? I'm not.
Oh, what was yours?
4. So I've got 5 health.
You're a Goliath. You don't need heals.
Yeah, you're a Goliath. You don't need help.
Nope, I'll be fine. Plus, I've got second wind as well, so I'll use that later.
Anyway.
I mean, and you're just sitting next to a corpse.
Right, so...
Punching it.
No, food does not heal. Health potions heal, and I just checked, and none of y'all have any.
Nope.
Anyway, so let's see. Let's check that.
Was there any health potions in the area you can see?
No, none whatsoever.
So there's nothing on the
Really? In this
corpses?
abandoned cave full of corpses?
There's not one health potion?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
There was nothing on
How
these
realistic.
skeletons and zombies. However, that is where we shall call the session for today. Sat round the campfire torch, singing your campfire torch songs.
Grunting.
Gather around the campfire.
So,
We need a bard.
TT stream, and we'll talk to you all later.
Cheers, guys.